Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling the single most important factor for getting a smooth, nearly painless wax: hair length. So many people get this wrong and end up with irritation, missed spots, and a lot more discomfort than necessary. But by the end of this video, you'll be a waxing pro, armed with the exact knowledge to get salon-perfect results every single time. First, let's get right to it. What is the magic number? For most body areas, the ideal hair length for waxing is about 1/4 of an inch, or around 6 millimeters. Visually, that's about the length of a grain of rice. See this? This is too short. The wax has nothing to grip, so it just slides off, leaving the hair behind. And this is way too long. When the hair is this long, it's more likely to break off at the surface instead of being pulled from the root, which can be more painful and lead to faster regrowth. But this is the sweet spot. Just right. Now, let's bust a huge myth. Many people think the shorter the hair, the less it will hurt. It sounds logical, but it's completely backward. Let me show you why. When the hair is too short, the wax can't properly adhere to it. Instead, it just grabs onto your skin. So when you pull the strip, you're mostly just pulling your skin, which is super painful and can cause bruising or lifting. But when the hair is the ideal length, the wax shrink wraps around each strand. The pull is clean, efficient, and targeted at the hair, not your skin. Let's watch this in slow motion. See how the wax on the ideal length hair pulls the entire hair cleanly from the follicle. Now, look at the short hair. The strip pulls, but the hair stays put. All that pain for nothing. Let's dive a little deeper into the science, but I'll keep it simple. Think of your hair follicle like a tiny tube deep in your skin. The hair grows out from the root at the bottom of this tube. For a successful wax, you need enough hair above the skin for the wax to grab onto, so it can pull the entire hair, root and all, out of that tube. When you get a clean pull like this, the new hair has to start growing all the way from the bottom again, which is why waxing lasts so much longer than shaving. But if the hair is too short, you can't get that grip, and if it's too long, it snaps. The key is that 1/4 inch sweet spot. Another reason length is crucial is because of hair growth cycles. Not all of your hairs are growing at the same rate. At any given time, some are actively growing, some are resting, and some are getting ready to shed. If you wax when your hair is too short, you're only catching the hairs that happen to be long enough, leaving behind a whole layer of shorter hairs that will pop up just a few days later. This is why people complain about getting stubbly so soon after waxing. By waiting until most of the hair reaches that 1/4 inch length, you synchronize the growth cycles, catching more hairs at once and enjoying a much longer period of smoothness. Look at this side-by-side comparison. This side was waxed with hair that was too short, and you can see all these little black dots and mist patches. This side was waxed at the ideal length, perfectly smooth, no stragglers. So, how do you make sure your hair is the perfect length? If your hair is too long, you'll need to trim it. Don't just grab any old pair of scissors. You want to be precise. A dedicated pair of grooming scissors or an electric trimmer with a guard is your best friend here. A 6 mm or 1/4 inch guard is perfect. If you're trimming manually, gently pull the hair taut and snip it down. Be careful and take your time. You don't want to go too short and have to wait for it to grow back. A great little hack if you don't have a ruler is to use your fingertips. The length from the tip of your finger to the first crease is roughly 1/4 of an inch. It's a quick and easy way to check. Let's talk about different body parts, because one size doesn't fit all. For legs, arms, and your back, that 1/4 inch rule is golden. For more sensitive areas like the bikini line or underarms, the hair can be a bit coarser. You still want to aim for that 1/4 inch, but it's even more important here because longer hair will cause more pulling and pain. And for your face, like the upper lip or brows, the hair is much finer. You can often get away with it being slightly shorter, maybe around 1/8 of an inch, but never shorter than that. The principle is the same. The wax needs something to hold on to. Let's do a little experiment. I have the exact same high-quality wax here, and we're going to apply it to 3 different patches of hair. One that's too short, one that's too long, and one that's just right. Okay, let's see the results. On the patch that was too short, you can see almost all the hair is still there. The wax strip is clean, which means it didn't do its job. On the patch that was too long, some hairs came out, but look closely, many are broken, and the skin is quite red from the extra pulling. And now, the final patch, the one at the perfect 1/4 inch length. Look at that. A clean strip, Almost every single hair removed from the root, and the skin is far less irritated. The results speak for themselves. This is what we're aiming for. So many beginners make the mistake of just slapping on wax without any prep. They've just shaved a week ago and think it's long enough, or they haven't touched it in months and it's way too long. They end up in pain, covered in sticky wax with patchy results, and they swear off waxing forever. But it wasn't the wax's fault, it was the prep. Getting the length right is 90% of the battle. When you nail the length, you're not just getting a better result, you're building confidence. There's an amazing feeling that comes from a perfectly smooth wax. You feel clean, confident, and ready to take on the world. Knowing you can achieve that yourself at home is empowering. Let's do a quick Q&A to cover some common questions. What if some of my hair is long enough but some isn't? It's best to wait a few more days until most of it has reached the ideal length. Patience is key. I trimmed too short. What do I do? Unfortunately, you'll have to wait. Put the wax away and let it grow for another week or two. Don't try to wax it anyway. You'll just irritate your skin. Does trimming make the hair grow back thicker? No, that's a total myth. Trimming simply cuts the hair at the surface. It has no effect on the follicle underneath where the hair's thickness and growth rate are determined. So there you have it. The secret to a flawless, far less painful wax isn't some magic potion or expensive product. It's simply getting the hair to the right length. About 1/4 of an inch, the length of a grain of rice. Trim if it's too long. Wait if it's too short. Now that you know the exact length, you are officially ready to get those incredible, long-lasting salon-quality results right in the comfort of your own home. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future tips for looking and feeling your best. See you in the next video.